Joining me in the IHRSA Live studio is the Vice President of Technology for Active Wellness, Mike Rucker. Mike, it is a pleasure to have you today. Thank you for joining us. So tell us a little bit about Active Wellness.
So Active Wellness is a management company. We specialize in fitness delivery, and so we have a handful of different verticals. We have a foothold in the commercial club space, specifically in the Bay Area, under active sports clubs. But our primary function is delivering top-notch fitness delivery through fitness centers in corporate campuses across America. We're starting to get into residential, and we're currently in 3 hospitals as well.
So how do you feel having an IHRSA membership has actually helped Active Wellness?
So we as a company, and me specifically, I just love this environment. I've been in the industry now for 6 years. I moved over from technology, and incestuous is a loaded word, but I think it plays here in the most benign sense of it, in that everyone is just really supportive.
Absolutely.
Everyone shares ideas. No one's trying to get one up on each other, and so every year, this and the event in North Carolina gives people an opportunity to really grow together, and so we just evolve and get better each year. And then I think second to that is everyone's is purpose driven, in the sense that they really, sales is always secondary. Certainly there's knowledge to be shared here in that regard, but most people are really just trying to get people to be better, and especially as there's this the dotted line gets blurred into a direct line with regards to improving healthcare for America, which is certainly in crisis right now. So.
Absolutely. But let's touch back on what you said on creating sales and growth. How do you feel like IHRSA has actually helped you develop your sale and growth in this industry?
So for me specifically, my focus at Active Wellness is technology. So I have the ability to share with other thought leaders in this space on how to use technology to augment that experience. I think, when wearables first came on the scene and why I was brought into the organization, we really thought they were going to be a competitor, but it's clear now that they really are helping us augment that experience for the member through engagement and retention, but how to use that so it's not just, quote unquote gamification and for the benefit of the whatever organization, but really to help improve the user experience for the member. So before technology was really being used as just a way to collect data.
Yes.
But each year, what Polar's doing, what MyZone's doing, what a lot of the member management systems are doing through APIs and integration, we're creating a more coalesced experience so that when the member walks in, we're really able to use technology to support their endeavor, and through that effort, it makes what we have to offer them stickier, because they can see in different ways the way they're improving. They can use that technology to improve themselves. So, heart rate in particular, they can see their progress, and then also they can use it as a way to stay motivated against their fellow man, fellow person. Where if you were just looking at something that's activity-based, you might never become an 8-minute mile runner, but through technology you can use the heart rate to sort of level the playing field, and everyone can compete, whatever the activity is, just by engaging their cardiovascular fitness. So.
Now, Mike, seeing this explosive growth in technology and innovation, do you foresee any challenges to come in the next years to catch up or to find validity and reliability in these tools?
Yeah, I certainly think the biggest challenge we're going to find, at least in our current space, is, I know a lot of folks are talking about the FIT Act, and that's part and parcel with healthcare, right? And so the issue with wearables is that it's an immense amount of data, and we're part of also the St. Joseph's family, which is a hospital group. And if you have that data, and there's certain things in that data that are made available to the physician, and there's information in there that could potentially lead to some sort of health outcome, but they don't see it. Unfortunately, we live in a litigious society, so that puts them at risk. So I think one of the biggest challenges is figuring out how to integrate all of this technology, especially through AI, artificial intelligence, and ML, machine learning, to figure out whether machines can find these markers and then create a firewall between what we do and maybe provide value by figuring out some of these things, whether it's a cardiac arrhythmia or whatever it happens to be. Through what we do, we can be precursors, or to be able to figure out if something is actually more heavy down the line for these folks, and be a lot more preventative, which is really the name of the game anyways.
Absolutely. So taking into account all of these challenges and benefits facing the fitness industry, where do you see active wellness in the next 10 years?
So we're really trying to drive fitness delivery, right? So we pride ourselves on being one of the best in the industry, being able to provide the health club experience wherever that may be. I certainly think that residential is playing a bigger role. We're moving sort of what has been done, at the work site now to, as millennials consume their residential space in different ways than my generation did, being there right when they get home and creating innovation that allows that to be easy, right? So one of the barriers to entry into fitness was always, how close is my health club to my home?
Right.
Or, how are things that I can do outside of my four walls that I wouldn't necessarily be able to do that in a health club. So active wellness is certainly on the forefront, and the value that I hope to provide that organization is being able to coalesce an experience so that we're not just talking about 3 hours out of the week, but we're able to be there whenever they want, whether that's 1 hour but they can't make it to the gym because they're transient workforce, or they want to do 3 hours in the gym but 4 outside, but we can still be that partner in a
Right.
total well-being experience.
So for those companies and individuals that want to learn more about active wellness, how can they find you?
So just visit our website, activewellness.com, and or you can look me up on Twitter at Perform Better.
There you go. And that's Mike Rucker here with Active Wellness.